The word canon gets thrown around a lot these days. For those unaware, canon refers to what is generally accepted as having taken place within a story, what is true to the writer's vision of characters, settings, and events. It is canon that Darth Vader is Luke's father. It is canon that Ash's first Pokemon was Pikachu. However, if you've been consuming media and indulging in any kind of fiction for long enough, you might start to realize that what is and isn't canon in a given story might change at the drop of a hat. In an age of reboots, retcons, and spin-offs, I have seen many a debate across many fandoms about what is and isn't canon to a given series or work of fiction. Here's the thing, though. There is no real true canon. Humans have been telling, retelling, reinterpreting, and reimagining stories for about as long as we've had them. That's the beauty of fiction. It isn't real. It exists entirely within our own imaginations, and so it can be changed however you please. Even today, we're reworking characters and stories from centuries past into new narratives and interpretations to play around with. The only difference is that we now have a modern concept of what is official and what isn't, with the latter being labeled fanfiction. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not trying to say canon doesn't matter. I think it is important, or at least helpful, to have a sort of accepted basis to work off of. I mean, if you change a story too much, it stops being a reimagining and just turns into its own thing entirely. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Sometimes people will alter a narrative to try and improve it, while others will change parts of a canon in their head to make the story more appealing to themselves. I am certainly no exception. Even so, all of these AUs, or fanfictions, or whatever you want to call them, stem from a single original work. I guess the point I'm trying to get at is that the discussion of what is and isn't canon tends to be a rather heated one among fandoms. And sometimes it's understandable. When a company or writer retcons years' worth of lore to reboot a universe, plenty of fans still cling to the old stories they know, while others embrace the changes wholeheartedly. When a beloved series has an intrigue critically panned by fans and audiences, some will just pretend it didn't happen, while others will accept it as a messy part of the story and move on. Some, like me, will even go so far as to make up a new canon entirely, even if it's not the one acknowledged by the general fan base or the original writers. Of course, there's an argument to be made that some fan canons can make a story worse, miss the original intent of the author, or come off as nothing more than blatant wish fulfillment, but that's a discussion for another time. Ultimately, there's no right or wrong answer here. What's important is that we never stop telling stories, be they new or old, good or bad. Just remember, at the end of the day, canon is whatever you want it to be, so try not to be a jerk about it.